So at that time, when the prosecutor then stated her birth year, the magistrate had to count it up to check how old she is. When that happened, we are sitting in court. The grandmother faints and starts crying, which is a normal reaction.
True,
because
definitely.
having to now relive the fact that your child is this young
The trauma that comes with
and
it.
this happened. There are so many adults where this happened to and they did not survive this. And now this little girl fought so hard.
For a 2-year-old.
So one thing that caught my eye when this is happening, because I'm taking notes, I need to do status reports, I need to know who to reach, what to do when I leave this place, is how nonchalant Mlungisi was. It was as if he's sitting with us here. He's just,
Showing no remorse.
Yeah, there was nothing on his face.
It's more like I'm used to this.
Yes. When the grandmother fainted, he just turned around, looked, smirked, looked at front.
Haibo.
Everybody else is going, it's chaotic. They're trying to help Warona's grandmother, and he's just...
Hi everyone, and welcome to Hope Revolution podcast. My name is Ali. I'm your host for today, and we thank you for the support, the engagement that you've shown to us. We believe that we have grown so far, and we really appreciate your support. Today we have a guest today, and I'm gonna give you a space, my sister, to introduce yourself. I'm not gonna take the spotlight.
All right.
Welcome.
Thank you. My name is Katleho. I'm the district leader of HIC, Hope in Every Community. And we're just an organization that mostly deals with communities, tries to help and uplift, support, and just be there when there is incidents of social crimes and just educate the community. So,
Oh, okay. So, Katleho, I think my first question is who's Katleho? Where are you coming from? And what is it that you're doing in the organization?
Okay, so Katleho is a 27-year-old who's passionate mostly about the youth and, uplifting the youth and just basically helping up to clean up the country, because without the youth, where are we going as a country? I'm originally from Potchefstroom, although I grew up here in Gauteng. And then as a district leader of HIC, what I usually do is I am front man for each and every single project that we have, the school projects that we have, to also uplift the communities. And when there are cases such as the one I'm here to speak about, I am there to assist the family and to intervene wherever they need.
Oh, okay. So what kind of cases are you actually into?
Social crimes, basically.
Yeah.
So different social crimes when it comes to the abuse or rape of minors, so on and so forth. We have partnered with a lot of different organizations to help us deal with different aspects, because as an organization, we can't deal with everything in its entirety. So we have multiple partners from big organizations that have wonderful reputations and that have experience in dealing with different social crimes and, different problems that communities may face. Yes.
And how long have you been in the organization?
I have been in the organization for almost a year now.
Is it?
Yes.
And what are the things that you actually would say you've actually achieved so far in as far as the organization is concerned?
So far, I think we've brought attention to the fact that communities need a lot more than just a face on the TV. They need people on the ground. And that there is a way to deal with every single problem that communities face. All we need is just that one person who cares and the community to rally behind them. So far we have dealt with a lot of cases that... one of the cases I've dealt with, I know this woman said to me that I didn't even know where to start. But at least now I know that there is a way to deal with everything. So I feel like what we have achieved is not just bringing hope, but actually bringing how do I say, a stepping stone or a process. Because hope without the work, it's going to be absolutely useless. You can give hope to a person and they would still not get anywhere. But if you give them a proper, stepping stone, a proper process of how to deal with whatever they're going through, and coupled with that hope, a lot more can be achieved.
Oh, okay. So yeah, what really brings you here today?
Today, what brings me here is a very, very sad case, and it also kind of spans out. So, the case of 3-year-old Warona.
Warona.
Yes, Warona.
Baby Warona.
Baby Warona, yes.
Yeah.
So Baby Warona is from Lion Park, and on the 7th
From
of
where?
Lion Park.
Okay.
Lion Park Informal Settlement, near Diepsloot, Lanseria.
Okay.
So Baby Warona was brutally sexually assaulted and stabbed on the 7th of September.
Wow.
And my reason for being here is I've realized, not just with her case, but with the other cases that we have encountered while being in Lion Park, is that there is a huge gap when it comes to law enforcement and the community and justice. So I'm just here to, in a way, bring light to it, and also hope that bringing light to it will help us work towards the solution that we're trying to get.
Yeah. I'm out of words. I've run out of words, considering the fact that at the current moment there will be a march with regards to an abuse against women and children, and yet it seems like this trend is continuing. I think men must start to realize that they're doing a huge damage to women and children. So this is very, very, very sad. So I think I'd like to ask, man, what really, what is it that actually brought you to be part of the case, and how long had it happened before you even came into the case?
I was actually contacted that very night that it happened and told that something happened in Lion Park, because I don't live very far from it, and to see if I can assist in any way. I was able to reach out to the family the following day on the 8th. And then from there, just getting a little bit of coverage on the social media sites, as the police had already set out, a wanted poster for him, but it wasn't getting that much traction. So our organization then started helping, spreading, his picture out there to assist in finding him. So after he was caught on the 9th, that's where we then started realizing that, a lot more needs to be done to help the family. My reason for saying this is that I'm going to have to start from the beginning regarding this whole case.
Please,
So on the 7th, after the child was found and everything and rushed to hospital, the grandmother and the aunt went then to open a case at the police. And their direct words to me is that they were met very hostily, as if they are in the wrong. After being interrogated and spoken to for a little over 3 hours, they were then dropped off by the police at a bus stop near their home, which is a notorious mugging spot. Everybody knows that whether you have a car or you're on foot, you do not stop there. And then they were also told that the mother needs to come to the station for the case to be officially opened. So the police did not respond to the scene immediately, which is one of the things that raised a flag in my mind. If you as law enforcement are told there is a crime scene and a body was found, whether the person is still alive or the person is deceased, are you not supposed to go there immediately and close off the scene, process the scene or anything? The scene was only processed the day after, on the 8th of September at 12 midday, instead of on the same day that the case was, reported. So the police reached there on the 8th of September. They said they processed the scene. And I'm using the words they said to process the scene because it became apparent later on that they did not process the scene thoroughly. After processing the scene, the mother then went to the police station. Unfortunately, she had to go with her little baby at the time. So she went there, and again, she says she was met very hostilely by the police. And again, she was dropped at the bus stop late at night holding an infant. So, which also very angered me very much because as police, if the communities around that area know that that is a very big mugging spot, you, the police, also know that. So in your minds, how is it okay to drop these victims off at that place? All right, so fast forward, Mulungisi was then caught on the 9th of September at Honeydew.
What's his name?
Mulungisi.
Mulungisi.
Yes, Mulungisi Tlolo is a 28-year-old man. Yes. So he was caught in Honeydew on the 9th of September. And the family was then told that he would appear on the 11th or on the 12th. So they were not getting a direct story about what is happening. By that time, they still haven't had a case number. They didn't know properly what is going on. They were getting mixed, signals about everything that is going on. So just to be on the safe side, me, the family, and the community went to court on the 11th of September. We saw that his name was written on the paper to show that he was supposed to appear, but it was also then crossed out. So I then called, sorry, I'm shaking a little bit.
No, it's fine. It's okay. Take your time.
So I then called the station commander and asked if we can go and meet her. And she was like, no, not a problem, but the family needs to speak directly to the detective in charge, and he would have told them that he's only appearing on the 12th as we had only charged him on the 11th. On the 10th, sorry, yes, they had only charged him on the 10th. So while I was there speaking to the family and the community, a woman came to me and said that Mlungisi was released 2 weeks before he was able to assault little Warona, and she's not happy with the fact that he was released because he was in custody, for another case. And that case is that he had assaulted her 15-year-old. He had beat up her 15-year-old.
Child?
Yes, her 15-year-old daughter. So even with the way the police handled that case, just again showed, I don't know if I should use the words incompetence, but I will quote the magistrate. The police is incompetent in this matter. So what she said to me happened is that her daughter snuck off with her friends. They went to a tavern to drink, and then Mlungisi stole her beer, and when she confronted him, he started beating her. She ran away. He chased her, continued beating her until people had to come and intervene. And then from there, she went to the police station to open a case.
And you got arrested.
Now, this is where the red flags start. A 15-year-old is a minor. A minor cannot open a case without parental presence. And a minor cannot be interviewed by the police without parental permission or presence. But the police not only allowed her to open the case without any parent involved, but they also interviewed her and then dropped her off at the bus stop to go home. When she got home, the mother saw that the child was beaten up and asked what happened. And then the mother then explained to her what happened. So since it was already late at night, the mother was like, okay, let me see whether the police are going to call and then I'll take it from there. The only thing that she got was an SMS with the case number, and then she heard that Mulungisi had been arrested. And then from there, she sent her child home for the child's safety, and also for the child, she said the child had a little bit of behavior problems, so she wanted the child to learn back home. So after sending the child back home, 2 weeks later, he's released from prison. The mother was never contacted. The mother didn't know anything that is happening with the case. The mother didn't even know that he had appeared in court. And mind you, if the mother doesn't know, the community also doesn't know. So another thing that Warona's grandmother said to me is that if she knew that he was still this kind of a man, this violent, and, then she might have protected Warona better. But even when you know that a person can physically beat other people, you'll never think as far as the fact that he can rape a child, he can hurt a child to this magnitude. So
I think men must just do better. I mean, it's not a matter of us protecting our kids better. Why must we worry about us protecting our kids and not worry about a boy child being taught that, you know what, you need to respect women and children. We don't have to worry about protection. I think we need to worry about instilling it into our boy kids, children. So it's very, very important. But then we obviously not taking away from what the grandmother had said. It's very, very important also to be wary of safety, especially in an environment where you know it's very, very bad in terms of crime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True. So after speaking to her, because I was speaking to her outside of the courtroom, I had then decided that me and her and also the family will go to the station commander and speak to them about that. Just as we were organizing a car to go, another woman stepped forward and said to me, she first asked me who's in charge of the case. And when I told her, she's like, I don't have any faith in that man because he had handled my rape case and it went nowhere. And I was like, okay, I'll get back to her. I still want to figure this out first. And then the community leader who had first reached out to me, Mavis, then said to me, there's someone else that I need to speak to. So when I went to speak to this other woman, her name is Bogeki Leshope, she said to me that her sister was brutally raped and murdered. And since nothing has been said about her case, nothing has been done about her case, she wants to know if it's possible to at least cross off Mlungisi's DNA from hers, just to see, even if it says it's not compatible, just, you know, for her to feel like something is being done about her case. So I said, no problem, let's also go with her. We went with her, we spoke to the station commander, who then told us she hears everything. She wants us to give all of the case numbers of all of these cases, and then she'll see what she can do. But our best way is to speak to the lead detective. All right. We then left there. I went back to Lion Park. They showed me where it happened, where little Warona was raped, and it's literally front opposite to their houses. So I was taking pictures of the house like this. If I had just turned my camera around, I would literally be facing their home. Yeah. So it became apparent then that if this child makes it, and if this child is released, she cannot go back to that environment. That will not bode well for her at all. And then I was also showed where Bongeki Leshope's sister was raped and murdered, who is Vumi Leshope, 30-year-old Vumi Leshope, who left behind 3 kids. The youngest being a little over a year old. So, and they also showed me where the 15-year-old was assaulted by Mlungisi.
Is it the same in the same area?
Same area. So we were told that Vumile's case is taken by Mildesdrift police station since it was on the boundary lines. So Lion Park is put in 3 boundary lines, and according to where the crime happens, it falls to whichever police station. All right. After speaking to everybody there, and then I left, went home, did my status report, and now started calling everybody that I need to call to now start, doing something about this case. Mind you, it is the 12th of September that we need to go back, which is the day after. Yeah. So the 12th of September, we get into our transport, we go to court, he appears. He comes out, and again, I'm like, this case is being handled like a joke. We get to court, Mlungisi appears, the prosecutor opens the docket is near empty. Right now we can kind of understand because it just happened. They still need time to, get everything.
To investigate.
But what made me feel like, I don't feel like this is going to go very far. I don't feel like they're going to do an adequate job is, yes, the case is still fresh, but getting something as simple as the case number to the family should not be that difficult. Yeah. Getting something as simple as the child's age should not be that difficult. The magistrate asked the prosecutor how old the victim was. because the prosecutor was stating that there are documents missing, the I statement, the victim statements, the eyewitness statements, and this and that. And so she asked, how old is the victim? The prosecutor couldn't answer, so she had to go by the birth year and date that they put there. When this happened to little Warona, she wasn't even 3 years old yet. Warona only turned 3 on the 19th.
Sure.
Yesterday.
Oh.
No, sorry, I'm mistaken. On the 17th.
Yeah.
Yes, she only turned 3 on the 17th.
Imagine. So the baby was actually 2.
Yes, she was actually 2. So at that time, when the prosecutor then stated the her birth year, the magistrate had to count it up to check how old she is. When that happened, we are sitting in court. The grandmother faints and starts crying, which is a normal reaction.
True,
because
definitely.
having to now relive the fact that your child is this young.
The trauma that comes
and
with it.
this happened. There are so many adults where this happened to and they did not survive this. And now this little girl fought so hard.
For a 2-year-old.
So one thing that caught my eye when this is happening, because I'm taking notes, I need to do status reports, I need to know who to reach, what to do when I leave this place, is how nonchalant Mlungisi was. It was as if he's sitting with us here. He's just,
Showing no remorse.
Yeah, there was nothing on his face.
It's more like I'm used to this.
Yes. When the grandmother fainted, he just turned around, looked, smirked, looked at front.
Haibo.
Everybody else is going, it's chaotic. They're trying to help Warona's grandmother, and he's he's chill.
Touched.
He's at the park. It's nothing to him. A court was then postponed to the 7th of November.
Okay.
So now...
And he remains in custody.
Yeah, he remains in custody. He didn't even apply for bail, which we were happy about. But when the community left there, they were like, because of what happened with sorry.
Baby Warona.
No. With the 15-year-old case.
With the 15-year.
Because of what happened with the 15-year-old's case, they did not want that if that happens again, for him to have a place to go back to.
Yeah.
And they want as much noise so that it's not like the 15-year-old's case where the community didn't know that this is something that, this is someone that they need to be aware of.
Yeah.
So they went back to the shack. Keep in mind again that I said the police said they processed the scene on the 8th of September. Now it's the 12th of September. The community goes back to the scene to tear down the shack. They find bloody knife. They find a bloody knife. They find bullets. They find balaclavas. They find masks. They find stolen, items, bags, and all of that. So they call GodMax, which is the private security company that helped them catch Mlungisi in the first place. They call GodMax. GodMax call the police. They come with the K9 units. And then the police release a statement saying they could not get much from the crime scene because it was contaminated. If you had processed the crime scene thoroughly on the 8th of September, the community tearing down the shack on the 12th of September would not have done anything to your case. But because you did not do your job thoroughly the first time through, now you're trying to gaslight the media by saying, no, but the community did this, so we couldn't this. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
You had a whole 4 days to be able to process that scene properly. And you did not do such. So the community then allowed the police to do what they were doing. When they left, they burned everything down so that there's nothing left. During that whole entire time, the family is going to see the child. We went back, me and a couple of my colleagues went back to the family on the 3rd to just fellowship with them. We are a Christian organization, so we like to base everything on biblical, morals. So we went back, we prayed with them and the community. Mom Mavis was able to donate some money that Honeydew and Drummond had donated to the family. And when I was leaving there, I was then called that there's another case. And this case is exactly to the T the same as Vumile Hlope's case. So Siposihle class, 27-year-old Siposihle class was found raped and murdered in the very same way that Vumile was now raped and murdered. So here's again another case. So I was like, okay, let's see how the police are going to handle this. Maybe here there was just a little bit of a mishap. Maybe it's not incompetence.
Same.
So her last seen place had CCTV. The last place where Siposihle was seen with the suspect, with the perpetrator, had CCTV. The community went there to ask if they can see it. The establishment said, we can only release it to the police, but do let them know that since Siposihle was killed on a Saturday, the last time she was seen was on a Saturday, they said, please let them know that they need to get here before this coming Saturday because our system erases CCTV every Saturday. The police did not make it in time.
They never went. So the establishment could not save the clip as well.
No. So then again, I was like, okay, so what is happening here? Why is it that when police in this area, because these cases are now handled by 3 different stations.
So let me just ask the CCTV, the perpetrator, the guy that is on the suspect that is on that CCTV footage, is it the same guy, Mlungisi?
No.
Oh, is it?
By then, Mlungisi was in jail. So now you see that there is a suspected serial murderer / rapist that is operating in the community. So it's something that the police are supposed to take seriously. Vumile Hlope, 30-year-old Vumile Hlope, was killed at the end of August. Siposihle Klaas was killed at the end of September. So not only is it a pattern compared to the time in which they were killed, but also the manner in which they were killed. So that on its own is supposed to be something that the police take seriously and say, okay, we seem to have a big problem here. There seem to be danger here. Let's do something about it. These cases are handled by 3 different police stations. All 3 of these police stations are showing complete incompetence, which now bodes the question. We continue saying GBV victims should normalize reporting to the police, because as we know, the reported cases are just about 40% of the actual cases. The other cases are not being reported. Why should they report? If the police are going to be told alert of these cases and they're going to be this negligent and this careless and treat victims as people who are wrong, people who are shameful for because this happened to you, why do you understand? So why should now it be that thing? Because I've even seen on social media where when somebody comes forward and says, this person sexually harassed me, or this person beat me, or this person killed my sister, or this person did this to my child. And then most of the comments will be, why didn't you go to the police before social media? It's because the police are handling these matters in this way. You cannot have these 3 different cases handled by 3 different police stations, but they all handled so carelessly. So that just emphasizes that the problem is law enforcement. So now I'm asking myself, how are officers being trained? How are officers being assessed? How are cases being assessed and processed? What is the procedure of when you see that a detective or a police officer is, not doing their job or doing something illegal? What is the process of holding them accountable? Because clearly there is nothing being done. So that's why everybody's just doing whatever they want.
And then it boils down to the issue where people are saying now they need to take the matter into their own hands.
Yes.
Yeah, it's bad, man. So how's the baby? How's Baby Warona so far?
Baby Warona is doing well. She is a beautiful and bubbly little child. Being in her presence, honestly, just I don't even know how to explain it. It's very amazing. Honestly speaking, she's one of the strongest people I know. As tiny as she is, she's one of the strongest, most bravest people I know. She's doing very well, but she's closed off when being asked about what happened to her.
Yeah.
So she'll talk and laugh with you about probably anything. But the minute you ask her, how did you get the scar, or how did this happen, or do you want to go home? Because I know the first question I asked her is, you've been in hospital long, do you want to go home?
She says no.
No.
Because she doesn't want to go back to the same place
Back
where
to
the
that same
guy
place.
is actually,
Yeah, she's doing well. She's doing well. We had set up for her to get therapy. At least we were able to get assistance from the Teddy Bear Foundation. So we're just waiting for her to, be out of the hospital for her to be able to get therapy.
Yeah. What would you probably like to say to our viewers, to the nation, with regards to the reactions that we get mostly from our police officers as far as these kind of cases are concerned?
Honestly speaking, what I would say is hold them accountable. You yourself, as a South African citizen, needs to know what the law is. Otherwise, you will be bullied, you will be walked all over. So learn what South African law is. Hold them accountable. Record everything. Compile everything. If it means you yourself, you need to gather evidence so that you can go to the higher ups or whatever, do it. It will be hard, but you need to do it. Because if we're all just going to say, no, somebody else is going to do it, nobody's going to end up doing it. So rather come together as a united front. All of you come together, speak on which police station did what, who the lead detective was, or who the police officer in charge was, what did they do? All of that, because honestly speaking, if you are an officer or a detective and you handled one case this poorly, it means you're used to it. You have done it before. So if as many people can come forward and say, this detective on this day, this was my case number, this happened, and we can collectively come together against all of these corrupt officials, something has to give.
Yeah. True. My sister, we really thank you, man, for what your organization is actually doing for our people in the country. You're doing a very, very great job, and especially with supporting the parents, the victims. We really appreciate. Continue doing that, and God will obviously grant you the strength to continue doing it, and will bless you abundantly. I think, is there anything that you would probably also want to actually share with us or tell the people there who are sitting at home before we're closing?
Yes, I would like to urge people to please go on to change.org and sign the petition for justice for Warona. Right now, we are not only fighting for her to be healthy and okay, but also for justice to be served. Because if the lead detectives and the police officials are going to continue in the way they're going to continue in, Mlungisi will be released. And if he's released, who knows who else's child he's going to do this to, or who else's sister or mother or whoever is going to do this to. So please do go to change.org, sign the petition. There's also a BackaBuddy to help the family out financially to be able to travel to and from the hospital and see the child. And, whatever the child also needs in hospital, because being in hospital doesn't really mean that you don't need anything. Hospital stay is a very, gruesome stay. And also that we are planning a march on the 3rd of December, because the next court appearance will be on the 11th.
Okay.
So we are marching to the SAPS provincial head office to hand over a mandate. And this mandate is not just for justice for Warona, but it's also for justice for Lethope. It's justice for specific class. It's justice for every single victim, because the police need to be held accountable. This mandate is going to speak about the process in which victims are handled. You cannot base your whole case on what the victim says or if the victim is credible. Where is the rest of the evidence? Why are the police not collecting that in time? Why are the police not handling the cases in a way that protects the victim? Why does the victim always need to be on blast? Why is it always the victim's name out there, but not the perpetrators? So we want the way the police officers handle cases to be changed. It needs to be victim orientated. It needs to protect the victim. Yes.
No, thank you very much, man, for coming through. We really appreciate. Guys, we have come to an end of our show. This is a very, very emotional episode. And thank you for tuning in. We really appreciate for the support. Thank you, guys. Until we meet again. Thanks.